Our mission was successful. I have acquired a used DualShock 3 controller and another Game Gear game. This one's Blackjack. It was only $3. Last one I bought was Battletoads and it was like $37. So this is a nice change of pace. Alright, let's go hook it up to the PSP.
So, you guys already know I have the PSP Go, as seen in my pretty popular video on it. And you just joined me picking up a DualShock 3 PlayStation controller. But why? I don't have a PS3. But what I do have is the best PS1 console ever made, and the best PSP console ever made, and the best handheld emulation device ever made, and it supports the DualShock 3 controller from factory. But I don't have 3 hands, so playing like this would be a little uncomfortable. So I went out and bought a phone mount for the PS3 controller, which I checked Amazon and eBay, and they only have PS4 and PS5 mounts, so I went to AliExpress, and boom, they still sell it, and it was like $3. So here is the ultimate handheld gaming setup. At least I think it will be, so join me as I build it. Alright, let's start ripping this guy open. It is for the P3 controller. I only have a PS3 controller, so hopefully it's compatible. Yep. Quick little. Here we got little mount things. And here it is. We're just gonna clamp it on, and then the PSP will slide it right in here. It does suck though that you have to go to the Chinese sites to get PS3 accessories. Amazon and all the big boys say only PS4 and PS5. Alright, now for the fun part. Let's launch the software needed in order to pair the DualShock 3 to the PSP Go without a PS3. Now you have to adjust some startup settings in Windows before doing this, which I have already done, so I guess I'm one step ahead. Alright, it's all opened up. Now for our next step. Now with the PSP Go connected, we're gonna go down here to our Bluetooth settings. Then we're gonna go to register the PS3 system controller. Now we disconnect and reconnect. Alright guys, it looks like it's been a success. Let's get rid of that. Boom. Boom. PS3 system controller. I just hit that PlayStation button. Alright, the analog sticks don't work, but look at that. Closer. Strap it in. This is sick. Okay, time to play PS1 games. Yeah, just right off the bat, this feels amazing. It's weighted perfectly, feels very substantial. I mean, the DualShock 3 is a great controller, but wow. I love how I can finally use just this beautiful, sleek display. But I haven't played a game yet. I gotta start. Definitely with a PlayStation game that will benefit from a way better D-pad and bigger buttons. Let's try this out. Here we are, starting out Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. I'm so bad at school too, but we'll do it for the video, for the controller. Keep trying to do the combos I have set up on my Switch. Yeah, this map sucks. Bruh. Alright. This is just so cool. This is perfect. Alright. Gran Turismo time. I'm just admiring the heck out of this thing. I mean, you can call it a PS1. It's basically a PS1 that can play some PS2 games and also happens to play every single PSP game. Can also play a bunch of Nintendo games, Sega, Atari, literally everything. Okay. This one does work. Oh wow. That is so much better. Oh my god. This would be perfect on a plane. Just set this up, watch some movies. Yeah, this is actually a game changer. Nothing can beat this. This is the pinnacle of PSP performance. So, after numerous hours of playtesting with this controller setup, what are my final thoughts? Well, as mentioned earlier, it's just fantastic. You're using a home console controller on a handheld. It's awesome. So, what are the best features? Well, first of all, this controller solves a lot of people's main problems with the PSP Go. For example, the controls are too small for a lot of people, and it's not the most ergonomic design. But using a DualShock 3 controller, you solve both of those problems. You have real size buttons, a real size analog stick, and you have a nice ergonomic way to hold the otherwise kind of square PSP Go. It's important to note that the PSP Go is the only PSP model that's capable of doing this. It's the only one that can use Bluetooth controllers. If you have a PSP Go, I highly recommend getting a DualShock 3 controller if you don't already have one. The pairing process using a PC is super simple, had it done in less than 10 minutes. You don't have to repair it using the computer, ever. It'll just repair the device automatically. Now, one thing I have noticed is the controller depletes the battery a lot faster, which obviously it makes sense. I mean, it's a Bluetooth device that's gonna draw more power, but that is worth noting. You're going to see diminished battery life when playing with the controller. But in my opinion, the experience is elevated a lot, and I think it's a trade-off that's worth it. Finally, I think that this is the perfect PlayStation 1 setup. You have a DualShock controller and a nice little cinematic screen. You can play all of your favorite PlayStation games on the go, wherever you want, with the same controller you would use on a normal PlayStation. Except this one fits in your pocket and it can play Pokemon.